Recently, we had a case where a different navigator was working with a member who had been hospitalized, I believe, for CAD and coronary artery disease, and she was working with him, and she started to suspect an alcohol problem. One of the things that we do as part of this program is we've done training in alcohol screening and brief intervention. So she gave him the audit screening tool, which based on the score, it recommends certain things. So based on his score, there was risky alcohol use was identified. And the recommendation based on the score is a certain level of alcohol treatment. So she talked to him about that. He wasn't interested. He didn't want to go into treatment, which is very common when it comes to substance abuse and alcoholism. And those are so important to address because not only the health effects of the alcohol, but it makes it a lot harder to manage your medical conditions if you're struggling with substance abuse or behavioral health conditions. And we see members like that get readmitted quite often and end up in the ERs and, for a variety of reasons. So even though he wasn't interested, rather than keep telling, oh, this is what you need, she focused on building a relationship with him, building trust. She worked with him. Also his spouse, his wife, got involved in the care, and she was helping him to set up appointments and just work with him and building that relationship. In a couple of weeks later, he called her and said, you know what, I think I really do have a problem here, and I'd like to get help. And rather than just giving him a phone number, okay, here's a clinic, she was able to say, okay, I'll refer you to this program that I'm familiar with. I know the people there. She called up, made the appointment for him, let the people there know a little bit about him so that they could welcome him and feel not just like a number, but feel like a person, and talked him through the whole process because she was very familiar with it, explained what was going to happen, who she was going to meet, let her know that she knew these people, these are good people that were going to take care of her, and then followed up to make sure that he kept the appointment, because a lot of times, even when these are set up, when it comes to substance abuse treatment, people don't keep the appointments. He did keep it. She followed up with him while he was going through the treatment, make sure he was doing okay, follow up with him afterwards. He finished the program, is in a step down to a lower level of care. He's been sober since. She's also been able to get him back to the medical group to have his colorectal screening done. And because of the relationship and the trust that they had built, she was able to talk to him, about all of these, getting these other screening tests done. And, when that trust is built, he's much more likely to follow up, which he did. And now he's taking better care of his medical conditions as well as the substance abuse.